Chains by Boss. Chains by Boss is now the official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. If you need your custom cowboy chains, you go to Chains by Boss. You can find them on any of your social media. You can find them on TikTok, Chains by Boss on TikTok. You can find them also on Instagram, Chains by Boss, and you can also find them on Facebook. Chains by Boss will deliver the hottest new cowboy chains for you, and we recognize them as our official Cowboy Podcast sponsor. Thanks. And always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace. The Cowboy Up podcast would love to welcome Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the Cowboy Up podcast. Vosqueros Gang has all your custom stickers, your custom towels, your custom tumblers, anything you need to represent your team, such as those Dallas Cowboys or even those hated San Francisco 49ers. Vosqueros Gangs have you. You can find them on all social media, especially Instagram and TikTok. The Cowboy Up podcast welcomes Vosqueros Gang as our official sponsor of the show. As always, Dallas Cowboys for life. Peace.
Check it out.
From Stop 6, Texas, it's the big fella. It's Dallas Cowboy Chris. And from the 915, El Paso, Texas, it's 21, Armando 21. And from the capital city of Texas, Austin, the Hill Country, is our man, Retrofit Sports. It's Rue. And from the great state of Arizona, he's Mikey 520.
Stephen A. Smith will admit this team right here is legit, cause this is our year. This is our year. No wonder they be hating, cause this is our year. This is our year. This is our year. It's time to finish this fight, cause this is our year. The name of the game is win, we them Cowboys. First down, second down, we them Cowboys. Third down, touchdown, we them Cowboys. Everybody over here be some Cowboys. We be die hard, we be die hard, we be that blue.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, it is Tuesday. Man, exactly 4 days.
Dang.
4 days before the NFL season get kicked off, and 3 days before Rue take that fucking hat off and cry all the way back to Texas. Look, I am so excited about this week. Football kicked off last week. College football had a big run this past weekend, and here comes the NFL. This is the reason why we do this show, is for the NFL. I'm telling you, man, I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I am. But hey, let me introduce the crew, man, from the west side of Texas, man, El Paso, Cholo Town, the 915, Bahomie 21, Armando 21. What's up, 21?
What's up, big fella? What's up, Rue, man? It's finally here, man. I mean, it's all led up to this, right? But, you know, my big thing is we got this big rivalry coming up, and I'm not talking NFL. I'm talking about, Michigan, Texas, man. I don't even know who to go for. I'm over here. I'm wondering, but yeah, I'm gonna have big fella. I don't know, big fella. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm torn on this one, man. I hope it ends in a tie.
Ties around here, baby. Ain't no ties around here.
From the south side of Texas, man, the hill country, man, all the way from Plano, Texas to the south side of Texas, man. It's our boy Retrofit Sports. It's our man. Hook 'em. It's Rue.
You're going to be hearing a lot of that on Saturday. You're going to be hearing a lot of that on Saturday, baby. Hook 'em is right. I cannot wait. I haven't been this excited to go to a game since the first time I got to see Texas and OU live. So I'm stupid excited. I'm going with the big fella. So you already know he's going to be crying by the end of the day. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be great. We're going to make some content. It's going to be a great freaking time. Don't bust out I'll bust out my chain. You want to bust out chains, bro. You want to bust out chains, bro.
Too damn early. Too damn early. Goddamn Rue, we got a long time, homie. Got a long time. We got a long time. All right.
I'm excited for you guys, man. I'm excited to see you guys out there, man.
I don't think you understand. It's all about that, baby. It's all about that right there. Right there.
Anyway, we're here to talk about the NFL. Hey, can I say this real quick before we get started? About this game coming Saturday. I've never heard from so many Texas fans the last 2 days in my life.
My guy, y'all had trouble. Y'all had trouble with Fresno State. You better worry about covering even the spread against us, baby.
Shit.
We put up a 50-piece while y'all worrying about them Fresno State Bulldogs. I saw your video talking about you had me scared, but I held my own.
I wasn't talking about the game. I was talking about all these damn Texas fans coming out the woodwork. I think I'm the only Michigan fan they know, so they've been texting me last 3 damn days. I was like, wait a minute, y'all ain't said shit about Texas all year. Then all of a sudden,
don't lump me in with that y'all. Don't lump me in.
Did I say Rue? I said y'all. I didn't say Rue. I said y'all.
Is plural. I'm not part of y'all right now.
So all the y'alls been texting me, hit me on Facebook, Instagramming me. If they got my number, they've been hitting me. I'm like, Jesus Lord. Okay, man. Y'all beat Colorado State. Congratulations. Anyway, we'll talk about that at the end of the show. But we're here to talk about the NFL. Hey, 21, you sent that for me?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Real quick, can we have a moment of silence for Florida fucking State, dude? Oh my God.
Man, that was crazy.
Bro, how the mighty have fallen, bro. First Georgia Tech and then Boston, bro. Like, what?
I'm not gonna dogpile them, bro. I'm not gonna dogpile them. I can't, bro. Because after they got left out last year, and I just can't dog them out, man. You know how seasons change, from year to year. But all right, so you want the moment of silence? Here we go. All right, moment's over. Now,
moment's over.
Now let's talk a little Cowboy football, man. We are a few days away from the Cowboys playing those hated Cleveland Browns, right? So the Cowboys go up there at a road game, man. I heard a stat on the radio today I didn't like. They said if the Cowboys don't open with the Giants, they normally open with a loss. And I was like, well, damn. I say that kind of hurt my little feelings, right? I was just like, then I got to thinking, right? I said, man, I got to fact check this shit. And I was like, the further I went, I kept saying, damn. Damn. I was like, damn.
It's like cruel and unusual punishment.
I was like, oh well, man. It is what it is, man. So let's get our first initial thoughts, man, on these Browns. Rue, what you think about these Browns, man, this coming Sunday, man? What are you concerned about, or what are you looking forward to seeing in the game?
Simple fact is, man, I've had this game circled on my calendar for the last 2 months. I've had so many questions about this offense, about this defense, about every aspect of this team in itself. And I was so glad to get a real opponent for week 1, because the fact is, as bad as Deshaun Watson may be, that defense is legit. Now I'm hoping that our our offensive line can hold up against that pass rush and we can take care of their secondary, because their secondary is probably the weaker portion of their defense compared to that front eight. So I'm hoping that we can take care of their secondary and, Dak Prescott can get the protection that he needs to have himself a day. And the fact is, man, I'm really, really hoping that this defense can stop the run. I know they don't have Nick Chubb, but Jerome Ford is a good running back. This team is a running football team. And the last time we played this team, they had like 2 or 3 guys with 100-yard games. Like
they had three guys. Three guys had 100 yards. Yeah.
Who was it? It was probably Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and probably D'Ernest Johnson, if I had to guess. But those 3 guys lit us the fuck up. They didn't even have to pass. But with the size that we have built up front, with the fact that we have linebackers playing linebacker, my secondary is already up there. With or without Deron Bland, I still feel good about my secondary, and Deshaun Watson is seeing ghosts. So if we can stop the run and make them one-dimensional, we win this football game. There is a little inkling of CeeDee Lamb because of the exemption that he has from the roster, because we already have our 53-man roster, and because we got the exemption from the commissioner, basically we have to make a move so that we can bring him on. By all accounts, he should be ready and willing to play week 1, obviously with his brand new contract. But obviously he's still listed as out for the time being, but any day now we should see him come into the active lineup. But that's really where I see this game getting played out. I want to see where we're at against a very, very, very good defense.
21.
Man, these Browns is right off the rip, we get a big test with this defense, and this is where we get to see what that offensive line that we've been talking about. This is where we get to see what it's really going to be built on, right? We got rookies on that offensive line that are going to take a big test, right? In veterans like Myles Garrett. So it ain't no joke, right? Right off the rip, we got something a big test, but the Browns, they do have some questionable players right now. I guess who is it? Nick Chubb. I know Nick Chubb is out.
Yeah, Nick
right.
Chubb.
So when we talked about the running backs doing us dirty the last time we played him in Dallas, right? So Nick Chubb is out. That's one of their starters. I know they got Naheem Hines. He's out as well. And Goku is questionable right now. So, and then I think Watson, right? He's been dealing with that shoulder still. So that kind of gives me some some hope, but it's gonna be a tough game. I do want to see our boys pull it out, and I think they will. I think it's a big test, especially coming off the year or the I guess it's always been the Cowboys can't beat those top teams, right? So I think this is where we gotta put up or shut up right here, right? Those big teams, and Cleveland is one of those big teams that we need to put up with.
Yeah, because man, my only concern is, man, when you going up to Cleveland and playing the number 1 defense last year, and our number 1 offense hadn't played the whole preseason, that's what I was concerned with. I thought they was gonna get a couple series or 2, man, just to get some kind of game flow. That's what I felt they should have done, because Cleveland proved that they have a good defense. We don't know what Deshaun Watson is going to give us. Okay. Remember those couple years, Deshaun Watson was better than Dak Prescott. All that bull crap. Okay. Then he decided to go get massages, whatever. That's his business. But I still don't think he's a good quarterback. He's an athletic quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good quarterback. He's another one of those that make a lot more money than Dak Prescott, but hey, that's another story. We ain't gonna get on that right now. Okay.
Guaranteed.
But all I'm saying is I just want the Cowboys offense to show me something. Okay. I can't get no couple 3 and outs. The Cowboys, I don't think the Cowboys can get behind this team because of their defense, right? It may be a little difficult to come back from with their defense, but if it don't work, Jesus, I don't know. I don't know. But I'm optimistic about this game. I actually, we'll give our predictions later, but I think the Cowboys are going to put up points because this is one thing the Cowboys can do, except for in playoff games. They can put up points. Okay? They can put up points. So hopefully this is going to be a good challenge for our rookies. We got 2 on the offensive line. That's really, it ain't scaring me. I shouldn't use the words. I'm concerned, okay, because Myles Garrett is a different guy. He's a different guy. The kid from Arlington, Texas. He's a different guy.
That's a bad man. Right there.
He's a different guy. Okay, so I don't know if Guyton gonna handle him by himself, or they're gonna roll protection to him, or what. I'm hoping that the Cowboys really protect that side. You know what I mean? Because we don't need number 4 killed in the first week, right?
Please don't.
So
please don't kill my quarterback.
So basically, but I am optimistic about the game. I've been seeing a lot of people picking this week, and everybody automatically gave the Cowboys a loss. They automatically gave the Cowboys gave them a loss because they're going to Cleveland and Cleveland's defense. I'm more concerned about the Cowboys offense. I'm not concerned about Cleveland's defense. Cleveland defense is going to be good.
What's the spread right now?
So it opened, if I'm not mistaken, and I can't remember fully, but if I remember right, and we talked about it a few weeks ago, this was like this was absolutely crack them if you got them, baby. Shout out to the Can fan. If I believe it opened Cowboys -1. Today it's Cleveland -2.5.
2, yeah, 2.5. Cleveland is favorite,
which I thought might have had something to do with CeeDee Lamb and his contract, but obviously now that he's signed and it's pretty clear that he's going to play week 1, and Cowboy Corner just told us in the chat that they've already made room, so it's just a matter of putting him on the roster. But ultimately, it's really like it feels like a pick'em game to me. It's the first week.
Yeah.
They only know so much. Like as much as Vegas knows, which is a lot. Can't discount the knowledge that Vegas has. But if you're telling me I'm going to get 2.5 points as a Cowboy, I'm probably money lining it anyway because I have more faith in my guy than their guy in terms of my quarterback. And I just feel like our defense, as long as they hold their water, we should have no problems winning this football game, home or away. And I know our road record isn't the best, but I love our chances against this team. And revenge game or not, Amari Cooper's getting clamped down by Trayvon Diggs.
Yeah, and for me, this is another why we picked up Zeke, right? I think Zeke is going to help out, especially with having Guyton out there as the rookie. We all know Zeke is one of the top running back blockers out there. So. So I think this is where Zeke comes in, where handy, right? And and another thing is that nobody mentioned is hey, we're playing them early, right? It's not Cleveland in October, or it's not Cleveland in December. So it's gonna be it should be a good weather out there, and not no cold weather.
Oh man, hey man, welcome our special guest for the night, man. Will Spencer. Will, what's happening, baby? You doing all right?
What's going on, guys? How you feeling?
Man, we doing wonderful, man. We talking about how we feeling about Sunday. What are your concerns, or what are you looking forward to in the game Sunday, brother?
For Sunday, I'm really looking at the offensive line and see how they match up against the Browns defensive line. We know Myles Garrett is going to be a monster out there, so I want to see how the rookie Tyler Guyton holds up. And I'm looking at the interior of the Cowboys offensive line. I want to see how Cooper Beebe looks in his first official game as a starter. I want to see how he's able to call out protections and, see if he can help out Dak Prescott at the line of scrimmage. And I also want to see how the Cowboys running game looks behind that offensive line. I know there's been a lot of talk about why Ezekiel Elliott is the starting running back. Depth charts have been released. Reporters have been talking about it from the Cowboys, beat writers and such. And there was some growing speculation that Rico Dowdle should have been the running back 1. Me personally, I don't know why people would expect Rico Dowdle to be the running back one. He's never had that role. He's never been able to, or put in a position to be that top guy. I do like some of the things that he brings to the table as far as his production on the field. He averaged 4.1 yards per attempt last season, but there were some things that kind of held him back to becoming a feature role. That's why they went out and got Ezekiel Elliott. That's why they went out and got Dalvin Cook. So I think he works better in tandem with an Ezekiel Elliott. And I am kind of concerned about how long he's going to be able to have that running back 2 spot, because I personally don't believe that Dalvin Cook is a wash running back. I'll save that for a little bit later. But if Dalvin Cook gets up to speed on the offensive scheme that the Cowboys have, I can't see Rico Dowdle holding that role much longer as the running back 2. I'm looking forward to seeing the Ezekiel Elliott, Dalvin Cook show behind the improved Cowboys line. So I want to see that get off to a good start for week 1 against the Cleveland Browns.
Well, hey, you brought up some points, man, that I was going to get into, especially about the running back thing for the Cowboys, man. Will, I'm glad you brought that up, man. 21, how do you think that's going to go on Sunday, man? The Cowboys running back situation.
I'm excited to see it. I think we're gonna with this game being at Cleveland, I think we're gonna use it a lot. I think we're gonna showcase Zeke. I really want to see Dowdle show out. I'm one of those guys that kind of feels like maybe Dowdle should have been that RB1. You know, Zeke came in and we saw he kind of not fell off. Just, you know, his game. You know, it was a little bit, you know, not what it used to be. Obviously, right. So I did want to see Dowdle in that RB1 spot. I feel like he still has a lot kind of to not only prove but show, right? We saw glimpses, you know, so I'm excited to see this running back game. I honestly think that this game we're gonna use a lot of the running backs just because we're gonna be out there in Cleveland, and you know, I want to say it's grass out there.
Yeah, it's grass.
Yeah, it's grass out there, right? So you know, I really think we're gonna have a big showcasing for these running backs, you know, and then like Will said, you know, with this new improved line, you know, we got BB in that monster right there. You know, he's gonna be opening up the hole, so it's definitely gonna be something to see.
Rue, what you think about these running backs, man? The Cowboys. Matter of fact, Rue, what's your prediction? Who's gonna start?
I fully expect to see running back by committee. That's exactly what I expect to see. I expect to see a lot of these guys just rotating in and out, typical Mike McCarthy offense. He's going to lean on the pass game and hope that the run game can kind of compensate for what they do to kind of control the clock. But I expect to see these guys rotating in and out. And the fact is, when it comes to Dalvin Cook, I think this is Rico Dowdle's last chance to secure his spot, to be that number 2 guy, or to be that 1A, 1B, 1A, 1B guy to kind of intermingle with Ezekiel Elliott. Because I, like Will, think that Dalvin could still bring something to the table. I don't think that he's just an inept running back. But for me, it's like these two guys in terms of Cook and Ezekiel Elliott, it's really one and the same. There's not a whole lot of difference there. I think I give Zeke the edge when it comes to pass blocking because he's one of the best in the league even today to do it. But I fully expect a run by committee offense. That I expect to see these guys come in 2-3 plays, switch out, 2-3 plays, switch out. And that's what I expect them to be doing in terms of the ground game. I don't know if we're going to have a true number 1 running back starter. I think they're just going to go with whoever's got the hot hand. And I really hope, because we didn't get to see Zeke during the preseason, which to me is total bullshit. It's
I'm going to ask Will about that too. Go ahead. Go ahead.
To me, it's total bullshit. He shouldn't be automatically put at the number 1 spot for this team. He only averaged like 3 yards a carry last year. So we're just going to put him at the top. Okay, fine, I guess. But I feel like it's more nostalgia than anything else. I don't expect to see him much more than passing situations, short yardage situations, goal line situations. That's what I would expect from Zeke.
Will, what you think?
Now, I'll say this. The reason why Ezekiel Elliott is starting for Jerry Jones is simply because it puts butts in the seats. People want to see Ezekiel Elliott. They're glad that he's back.
Still,
Do you hear me out? I get why you feel like that, but Jerry is the punk of show. Say that again. I'm sorry.
So that's the calmest. Hear me out.
Jerry is he's a manipulator of feelings, and he knows that Ezekiel Elliott held a soft spot with with most of the Cowboys fans. So having him back is like having your son return home after being away from the family for years. He's back in the fold, and that kind of tugs at the heartstrings. Now, I think that he's the number one running back for football reasons, because they don't have anybody else in that backfield that could take away from him. And I know Root talked about Rico Dowdle should have been the one, but there are areas that Rico Dowdle lacks in, whereas Ezekiel Elliott is better. He's a better pass catcher. He's a better pass protection on third downs. He's much better closing drives when you get to the red zone under the 5. That was an issue that the Cowboys could not fix last season, and Rico Dowdle, whether you want to admit it or not, was a part of that reason why they couldn't punch in touchdowns at the 5. Go ahead.
Hold on. Let's not forget the ankle injury and the fact that Rico wasn't exactly getting like every opportunity. That falls on Tony Pollard, not on Rico Dowdle. Like Rico was a true backup last year, and the fact is, when he got his opportunities, Rico would pop. I don't know how many times I saw Rico get met in the backfield by a linebacker and still get positive yards out of it. He still averaged like 4.5 yards a carry. Like Rico, with his limited opportunities, was able to find some space. Now, in my assumption, because they brought in Dalvin Cook, I don't think that they feel the same way about Rico. And when it comes to Zeke, this is just bullshit to me. I wanted Zeke gone before everyone. The only reason we met is because I was talking shit about Ezekiel Elliott, talking about he's washed and it's over, because it is over. He does have those unique abilities to pass block and to catch out of the backfield. I don't know if he's catching out of the backfield downfield like he used to, but you need a quick little screen. Zeke Elliott's got good hands. I'll give you that. But again, there is no starting running back for this team because it's going to be by committee. You're going to see these guys rotating in. If I see Zeke as a workhorse back all season, zero chance it lasts, and there's no way we're going to be productive on the ground.
Now you brought up I think you brought up Rico Dowdle's injury. You said he had ankle injury last season.
He did.
Okay, so let's carry that on to Zeke. For the last 2 seasons he was with the Dallas Cowboys, he played through torn PCL injury, and the run blocking for the Cowboys wasn't up to par like it has been in the past. Not only that, even when you want to look at last season with the New England Patriots, he did show that he can still carry a workload that's substantial. Remember, Ramondre Stevenson was out for the second half of the season because he injured his knee. Ezekiel Elliott was toting a rock behind one of the worst offensive lines the New England Patriots had. They had no offense. They had no wide receivers. They had no QB. And Ezekiel Elliott was doing the best that he could, and it didn't look horrible. Like in a running back in that kind of situation, he doesn't average close to 4 yards a carry behind a worse offensive line. And he certainly showed burst. There was a couple plays that he had with New England that he still showcased that, not breakaway speed, but he still had some giddy up. You put him behind a better offensive line, a better offense overall. I mean, I'm not saying you're going to see 20 carries or anything like that, because I do believe that they're going to sprinkle in Rico Dowdle, and it may be more of 12 to 15 touches, and Rico Dowdle gets 7 to 10, somewhere along that line. It'll be similar to what Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard had when they were together. I don't see Rico Dowdle getting 15 touches or anything in that area. He just not going to be able to provide you the things that Ezekiel Elliott can still give you on every down, and especially third down and in the goal line.
Wow. Okay. Rue, you got a rebuttal or?
My only thing is you're kind of proving my point here. We're going to see running back by committee, and that's one of the main reasons why. And one good game does not a season make. Yeah, he had his moments in New England, but Zeke is not a moments guy. Zeke is either the guy or a gimmick guy. And if you're asking me where he's at today, he's a gimmick guy. That's what he is. He is not going to be able to carry the load for 17 freaking games into the playoffs, into January, into February. Ain't no way in hell that's going to happen for Ezekiel Elliott. I just don't see it. That's why they brought in Cook, because they're not completely satisfied with this running back room. It's very blatantly obvious. They didn't have to go get Cook.
Mike McCarthy has really never been a running back guy, right?
Never. Mike McCarthy is not a running football coach. We run through the air. Short passes, screens, slants. That's how we run. That's how we're going to run. And he's not going to be the focal point of this offense. And I believe that maybe this has something to do with Dak Prescott. Just a tick of this makes me believe that there's a good chance that, Dak was like, I want my guy back. I want my guy that I'm comfortable with in the backfield.
Rue, you're cheating.
That I can that I can do those little dump off passes to. I want my guy I feel comfortable with. Is it a smart business decision? No, but it's nostalgia and it's the Cowboys and it's all about the money, baby.
Rue, you stole my point. I was about to come around and I was about to sprinkle that in there. I'm like, hey, look, this could be Dak's last season. He's probably sitting there like, yo, Jerry, man, listen. You talking about this might be my last year. I want my homie back there with me. I want my guy Zeke. Bring my guy Zeke back in, and then we can talk about contracts and stuff like that. But I agree.
What's to say? Because I've heard rumors floating. What's to say Dak doesn't get his contract before week 1? We still got a couple days left.
They need to get that done.
I've been hearing rumors that it's very possible, very likely from inside the Cowboys organization, Dak Prescott could have that contract before game 1.
Rue got a source.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying.
Did you guys see the reports about the one of the hangups for the contract?
It's probably time.
The length of the contract. Apparently, Clarence Hill was talking about it on Twitter, and there was an article floating around from RJ Ocha and Blogging the Boys. I think they shared it a couple of times. But basically, the issue is the length of time, and apparently Dak Prescott wants a longer term contract as opposed to Jerry Jones now wanting a shorter one. Now, isn't that funny? Because just the last time Dak wanted a shorter contract and Jerry was trying to get him signed on to a 5-year deal. Now I'm sitting there like, he's giving you the flexibility of a long-term deal. How are you not taking it now? Now all of a sudden you want to hang up. Oh, we don't want to hold on to you for 5-6 years. We only want you for 3. When did that become a thing for Jerry?
Let's think about this though. Father Time is undefeated, unbeaten, unmatched, unrivaled. Father Time is what it is. When he was 28, yeah, I want to sign you for 5 years.
Why are you looking at the big fella? Don't be looking at the big fella when you're talking about Father Time, Rue.
First of all, he got that magnificent gray beard, man. It's hard not to talk about him, not to look at Chris when you represent Father Time, baby. But I respect my elders around here, even though we're going to beat your ass on Saturday. Anyway.
It is magnificent. It is magnificent.
It is magnificent. That is.
See, this is how you do it when you can mute somebody mic. You know what I'm saying? You just talking all that shit. We ain't talking about Saturday right now. We talking about the Cowboy. We talking about Sunday. Here you go.
Magnificent beard. I said it was magnificent. That is one of the cleanest beards on the internet.
You start talking about other shit. We talking
about
the Cowboys.
It might have been a little backhanded comment. Maybe
backhanded. It was a straight open slap, man.
I saw Chris looking around like, wait a minute, where's that mute button?
I don't know why. He a little excited. He get a little razzle dazzle before Saturday. It's okay. Okay, I understand. But look, I want to jump into this, man. I've been listening to both sides. The let me go back to the running back thing though. Okay, I really hope that Rico get his shot at the majority of the carries, and the reason why, because I want Cowboy fans to remember Zeke's last year. Just remember it, okay? And I was that proponent. No, man, let Zeke stay, Zeke stay. And then that last year, I said Zeke is done. It took everything in my power to say it, right? Because I know what he gave us his freshman year, his sophomore year, his junior year. Zeke gave me everything that we've been wanting the running back to do for years, okay? And then when Zeke, like he hit a wall, and when he hit the wall, it was very evident, okay? And when he left, of course, we was all sad, but we knew it was going to happen. It was going to happen because Zeke made a lot of money and with a little amount of production, okay? He went to New England, and Will, what you said was very factual about the quarterback, the offensive line, New England as an offense period. You are very factual. But when you got a star running back, sometimes you can give those glimpses where he's going to carry the team. Remember Adrian Peterson when Minnesota sucked, but AP did not suck, okay? So remember when Dalvin Cook was in Minnesota, they didn't really have shit. They
CMC.
sucked, but he didn't suck. CMC, when he was at Carolina, he did not suck. The team sucked, okay? Now, what I'm happy about Zeke being here, pass protection, 3rd and inches, 4th and inches, and goal line. That's what I want Zeke to do. Because last year we were crying that we didn't have no running back with no weight in his ass to get a few inches, okay? We got it now. So I'm not looking for Zeke to do much of anything but those 4 things. To me, those are 4 important things because on passing downs that I need somebody to help protect that, Zeke is one of the most dynamic running back blockers in the NFL.
Yeah,
he is.
He is.
Okay? And, hey, a little screen pass, man, against Pittsburgh, he may take it 80 yards on your ass. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
That was a run up the gut, baby.
Because Zeke does have hands, okay?
He does.
And I think that's a part of the Cowboy offense, man, throwing it to the backside of the backfield. I don't know why they stopped doing it, but that's probably not Mike McCarthy's thing. That's just my observation. Y'all can jump in there if y'all want, okay? But that's my issue. Now, on the Dak thing, I got a feeling Jerry might do this opening day, Thursday. He's like, well, let me take a little shine off of this, man. Let me sign Dak today. Who gonna get all the pub? The Cowboys. So hopefully, if it happen to me, if it don't happen Thursday, it ain't gonna happen. Okay, that's just my opinion.
Could always do it Friday and rain on the Eagles and Packers parade.
Well,
that would be so much better.
That would be even better. That would be even better.
Oh my goodness, that would be beautiful.
Better. So to wrap up this game, because we got a lot to get into, guys.
Yeah,
to wrap up this game, okay. We'll start with you. Not the prediction of the score. What is the most important thing that you're looking for? Because we'll get the scores at the end of the show. What is the most important thing you want to see Sunday?
Out of the game, I want to see. I'm looking at the wide receiver 2 and 3. I want to see Brandon Cook and I want to see Jalen Tolbert. We already know what CeeDee Lamb can do, and I want to see the Cowboys dismiss this misnomer that we don't have anybody else behind CeeDee Lamb and Jake Ferguson is the number 2 option. And it's not a knock against Jake Ferguson. He gets busy, but I want to see Brandon Cook healthy and being used as a deep threat. I want to see Jalen Tolbert coming to his own as the wide receiver 3 and potentially the wide receiver 2 because Brandon Cooks isn't getting any younger. We could be looking at Brandon Cooks ceding his role, so to speak, and Jalen Tolbert coming in as the wide receiver 2 as the season goes on. And that would be an interesting dynamic. And then you got Ryan Flournoy still there. He's on the team. You have some other wide receivers on the depth chart that could come in that have been showing promise during camp. So I just want to see more from the other wide receivers outside of CeeDee Lamb, because we know how CeeDee Lamb get down. But I want to see Brandon Cook and I want to see Jalen Tolbert be used and be effective against the Cleveland Browns.
All right, 21, man. What is the most important thing for you that you're looking for this Sunday?
I want to see flow. I want to see flow with this this one group, right? Because we haven't seen them together, right? So I want to see the flow of the game. I want to see how the continuity, I guess. CD's back, so is there gonna be some rust? So I want to see flow with this offensive line. They're gonna be playing together. We haven't seen them, so I want to see the flow of the game, especially this offense, right? And then we talk about the running back situation. I want to see it all flow and match together. So hopefully we get some good continuity with this first group, right? Because we haven't seen it, so definitely want to see that flow with the first group.
Okay, Rue, what's the most important thing you're looking forward to Sunday's game?
First and foremost, both of y'all really hit it on the head for me. The flow of the game is very important because we haven't seen this first team offense perform yet this season. So flow of the game is very important for me. Somebody outside of CeeDee Lamb making an impact in the secondary is very important for me. But the most important thing for me, interior defensive line and linebackers, stop the fucking run. Stop the run. Take the run away from the Browns. Do not let Deshaun Watson get loose. Do not let Jerome Ford make an ass out of you like they did a few years ago. You got to be tough up front, and we got to clog up that middle and force them into passing situations. That's what I want to see more than anything else. I want to make them get away from what they do best, ground and pound, take it the fuck away. That's what I want.
Now, Rue was thinking just like me, okay? Mike Zimmer went out and got some beef, which we've been begging for a long time to clog up the middle. He wanted beef. He wanted big guys, big guys, big guys. He went and got them, okay? And we got big linebackers. They're not safeties anymore. We got big linebackers, the people who actually play linebacker, right? And against a running team, right? So this is a big test for our defense, man. I want to see, is Zimmer going to move Micah? Is he going to leave him at defensive end? Please move him around. Please move him around.
Please, God, move him around.
Please move around, because y'all slipping on y'all sleeping on them Browns offensive line. Y'all sleeping on them because that AFC North or East, whichever one they're in, bro. That's when it get cold and they start punching you in the mouth and you feel it up there. So it's going to be a good test for our defensive line and our linebackers. All right, so that's the game. We're going to predict the game a little later on the show. Man, like I said, we got a lot of things to get into. We're going to do our season predictions real quick on conferences and division. Hey, we're going to start with the AFC East. They got the Bills, the Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. Will, who's winning this division?
I don't think you guys are going to like this one, but I got the Jets, man. The Jets, the only thing that they've been missing over the last couple of seasons is the quarterback. Aaron Rodgers looks healthy. And if he plays the entire season, I get it. He's old. He may not be as fast scrambling, but you're not getting Aaron Rodgers to run around in the backfield. They made improvements on the offensive line. They still have Breece Hall. It's one of the best running backs in the league right now. Garrett Wilson has been underperforming or underutilized because his quarterback situation has been horrible. Now you have a quarterback that can get him the ball everywhere on the field. They went and signed Mike Williams. They have, Tyler Conklin is their tight end. I don't know what you're going to get out of him, but they have enough. He's been solid for how he's been involved in the offense. But you have enough weapons there that Aaron Rodgers can get busy. And they have the big guy, Braylon Allen, who we should have got in the draft, but I don't want to rehash that. They have enough pieces. And I didn't even get to their defense yet. We know that their defense is good. And they're healthy. If their defense is healthy, they get to win that division. Because I think the Bills take a step back with all the changes that they've made in their personnel. They don't have Stephon Diggs anymore. The Dolphins might put up a fight. they have one of the better offenses in that division, and the Patriots are going to finish last. So it's for me, it's between the Jets and the Dolphins, and I think the Jets got it.
Okay. 21. Who you got coming out the East, AFC East?
I'm with Will. It's between the Jets and the Dolphins, but I got the Dolphins on this one. I think that offense is we know what it is, especially with Tyreek Hill. Their defense is good, right? So I think they got I forgot their linebacker, one of the top linebackers they got, but they got a good defense. So yeah, I'm taking the Dolphins on this one or the Jets, but I'm with Will. To me, it's Dolphins, Jets, and then Patriots, Bills.
Rue, who you got coming out the East?
I have the Jets. They have Aaron Rodgers has everything that he needs to win this division. If he stays healthy with Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin, like they have the pieces that they need to make that division what it is. The Dolphins, I don't have faith in them after they fell on their fucking faces last year. That's my problem. They absolutely fell on their faces against the Bills at the end of the season when they had that division in their grasp and they gave it away. Y'all know how I feel about the Bills. I've been low on the Bills for a long time. I ended up eating my words because I got to see them go 6-6 and then win 5 straight because the Dolphins can't win a fucking football game, and they got themselves into the playoffs. But the fact is, he's lost everything in New York in terms of the Bills. You have no Diggs, no Gabriel. Your only real weapon, legitimate weapon, is probably Keon Coleman, and who's a rookie, and you got Jared Cook, James Cook, who's the running back. Outside of that, I mean, maybe Dalton Kincaid does something. Who knows? But I feel like Allen is going to have to just do way too much for me to have faith in the fact that they're going to come out on top in this division. I feel like it's the Jets' division to lose. They have all the right pieces, and the last time Aaron Rodgers had a defense that was this good, he won a fucking Super Bowl.
All right. I got the Bills out this division. All right. I said the Bills. AFC North, man. This is the division we're gonna play. We're gonna play all these teams. Okay. Will, who you got coming out the North? The Ravens, the Bengals, the Browns, or the Steelers? I'm gonna just say this. I think this whole division is a toss-up to me. That's me. I think we may have 4 different answers. Will, who you got?
This is hard, but I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say the Bengals. The Bengals might not start out hot because they still have the Jamar Chase situation. Their offensive line is still a bit sketchy. They actually lost. I think they lost their left tackle or their left guard for injury. He has a torn pec or something, so he might be out for the season. I gotta fact check that. But if you get Joe Burrow and you keep him upright, I think they have a legitimate shot to take the division. It's not going to be easy because the Ravens still sport probably the best defense over there. They have Derrick Henry now, but Joe Burrow with Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and I like that young guy. I think it's Jermaine Burton at wide receiver, the rookie they drafted this year. They could really put up some big performances this season. So, I mean, Burrow has to shake that injury stigma that's kind of building up on him now. But if he does, and he gets busy in this division, he's right there. I mean, the Bengals are right there. So
21, who you got out of this?
I got the Ravens. I think the Ravens they got that. They still got a little sour taste in their mouth, so I think they're Lamar's going to be out there to get back where he was, right? So I got the Ravens on this one.
Rue, who you got out of this division?
In this division, I was very torn. I feel like this is probably the best division in football. It's arguable, but these teams are stout. I mean, from the bottom to the top, they got a lot of good pieces on every single one of these teams. The heart told me to go with the Ravens. I've always had a soft spot for Lamar Jackson, and I really like that team. But I feel like they lost some pieces on defense, man. And with Joe Burrow, healthy season, potential comeback player of the year, I feel like this is really their last chance because this team is going to get disbanded by the end of this year. So I'm going Bengals, hesitantly going the Bengals. I got the Ravens right behind them. And then the Browns and the Steelers, just because the Steelers have no idea who their fucking quarterback is.
Mike, who you got coming out of the NFC North?
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's all about those Ravens winning that thing.
You got the Ravens. All right. I'm gonna pick. Give me the Brownies coming out of there.
Whoa.
And I'm picking the Brownies just because of their defense. That's the only reason I'm picking them. I think it's a defensive. I think it's a defensive league. Their conference is defense. When the weather get cold, and maybe Deshaun get his running game going, and I think the Brownies will come out of this. Like I said, I said we may have four different. Four different. So I got the Brownies. I got the Ravens and Bengals tied, and the Steelers bringing up the rear. All right.
Look what they did with Joe Flacco. You're not crazy with that.
Yeah. So AFC South, man, the Texans, Colts, Jags, and Titans. Will, who you got coming out of the South, brother?
I gotta go with the Texans. They've done the most work this offseason. They have what could be the best wide receiver core in the league. I know some might not be as high on Nico Collins as I am, but all that young man needed was a quarterback, and he got one. Stephon Diggs is going to try and prove people wrong. He's already said it and been quoted about being ready to prove the NFL, to prove fans wrong, that he should have been stayed, but he wanted things to shake up in the teams that he's been at, especially the Bills with his last stop. They have just so many weapons for CJ Stroud, man. It's going to be hard to beat them. So, and their defense is quietly been improving this offseason. Yeah. They look like they got some thieves in that secondary.
Yes,
so that's going to be something to watch too. But I'll just say this. I have the Texans winning the division, but my dark horse, I'm looking at the Jaguars. And I'll just leave that there.
Okay. Rue, who you got coming out the South?
Here's my only thing. I am picking the Texans, but I'm going to preface this with there's a ton of expectations on CJ Stroud in his second year. You have arguably the best wide receiver core from Tank Dell to Stephon Diggs to Nico Collins to Dalton Schultz. So you just picked up Joe Mixon. You got some pieces there. So you got a lot of expectations coming up behind you as CJ Stroud. But, man, I can't ignore these Colts. And the only reason I don't pick them is because their defense is just not that good. But I feel like they really improved in the wide receiver room, especially adding Adonai Mitchell. They have an elite running back in Jonathan Taylor. Yes. They have pieces. Michael Pittman, Alex Pierce, Adonai Mitchell, who's probably going to end up being the number 2 by the end of the year. There's a lot of things swirling in Indianapolis. With the other two, I don't like Will Levis, and Trevor Lawrence is the only player that even plays for the Jaguars anymore. So good luck.
All right. 21. Who you got coming out the South, 21?
I'm with Rue just as far as for the expectations. I'm going to go with the Texans. We saw what they did in free agency, and they went out and picked up all these players. So I'm rolling with the Texans on this one. The second Texas team, right?
All right. Mike, who you got coming out the South, AFC South?
It's got to be the Texans for me.
The Texans for you. I got them kittens. I got the Jags coming out. I got the kitty cats. And you got to think about it. The kitty cats made it to the playoffs last year, even though they gave up them that 21-point lead in the damn second half. But I think the kitty cats are coming out. I got the Texans second, Colts third, and Titans bringing up the rear. The West, do we really need to go through this?
It's Chiefs until further notice.
It's the Chiefs, man.
It's the Chiefs until further notice.
Okay, everybody got the Chiefs. All right, so I was like, we don't even need to waste our time there. Okay,
we don't.
So the NFC, here we go. NFC West, the Cards, the Rams, the Niners, and the Hawks. I got a different pick from everybody else, but Will, go first.
It's the Niners, man. It's the Niners. I'll keep this one short. They have a stranglehold on the division. The Cardinals they're getting their feet back under them. They'll have Kyler Murray for the whole season, or hopefully the whole season, and he's going to start off healthy. I mean, the Rams got Matthew Stafford. Their defense is kind of up in the air. The Seahawks, they can put up some points, but they're not much of a threat when you compare everybody else as offensively. It's the Niners, man. They got the best defense over there. Brock Purdy's going to try and earn that big check, and Christian McCaffrey's healthy, and they just paid Trent Williams. He's happy and he's mean. So, I mean, who else are you going to go with in a division?
All right,
I want to see who you got.
Okay, Rue, who you got?
So I really wanted to pick the Rams here. I feel like the Rams could make some noise, especially in the NFC West. Matthew Stafford's healthy. They have weapons: Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, Kyron Williams. They just drafted Blake Corum. They got a good tight end in Higbee. But once I found out that the 49ers finally signed their cake in Trent Williams and they retained some frosting with Brandon Ayuk, it's the fucking Niners, man. Until further notice, it's the damn Niners.
21. Who you got coming out the NFC West?
I'm going with the Rams. I think the Rams are going to do something this year. I think the Niners actually digress this year. I think that Brock Purdy, we're going to see the real Brock Purdy come out, and it's going to be ugly, and so I'm going with the Rams on this one.
Mike, who you got, baby?
Everything 21 said, I was going to say, word for word.
All right. Shit, I had the Rams too. I guess we was all thinking I got the Rams too. I just think because the Rams will have a running game now. They will have a running game
this
now.
is Michigan guy.
Okay.
They
The
had
Rams.
one last year. Kyron is a monster.
They ain't have one. one.
Kyron Williams is a bad man, bro.
They ain't had one yet, homeboy.
Now they
All
got
right.
two.
You'll see Saturday. Anyway, NFC South. We got the Falcons, the Panthers, the Saints, and the Buccaneers. I'm gonna go first real quick. I'm gonna make this quick. I got the Falcons. Will.
Falcons, man.
Rue.
Falcons it is. They got the best quarterback in that division. I got to go Falcons.
21.
As my boy Anthony, a.k.a. Tigua Boy, says, ATL Hope.
Mike, who you got?
That's the Falcons.
Falcons. All right. Let's go to the north side. NFC North, we got the Bears, Lions, Packers, and Vikings. I go first because I know y'all got a conversation about this. All right. Give me the pack.
What?
Ooh.
Give me the pack.
Hey, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I didn't hear it.
Give me the pack. Will, you go.
Nah, the Packers will put up a fight, but it's the Lions division, man. The Lions, they have the better front, in my opinion, than the Packers do. Jordan Love, I think he takes a step back. They have film on him now. That first half of the season, he was okay. He finished strong, but we have NFL defenses are going to catch up to Jordan Love. I think he still doesn't have a bona fide number one wide receiver that he can go to yet. I think it's Christian Watson, but Christian Watson can't stay healthy. So until that's proven otherwise, Jordan Love doesn't have a guy that he can go to when it gets tough. I think that's going to be a crippling effect for him. The Lions, and my dark horse is the Bears. I think they surprise a lot of people, and they creep into the playoffs, and they bump out the Packers to get there. The Vikings are rebuilding. I don't trust Sam Darnold as far as I can throw him.
All right. Rue, who you got coming out the North?
This one was tough, and I've never been a big Caleb Williams guy. I didn't like him at USC. I didn't like him at Oklahoma. I've never been a big Caleb Williams guy. I think he's too much drama. And the fact is, I don't think there's ever been a number one draft pick that has come into a better situation than Caleb fucking Williams. Like you have elite weapons all over the place. It's all built up for him to fall on his face. And when it comes to the Pack, 8 games does not make a season. And Jordan Love, as great as he was in those playoff games, let's see what you do in year 2 when you play the full year. Because first half of the year, he was non-existent. This division is the Lions division to win. I love Dan Campbell. As much shit as gets talked about Dan Campbell, those players will break their damn backs for him. They love the way he coaches. They love the way he is. And I believe that he will light the fire under this Lions team to keep them relevant and to let them win that division again.
Bite off some kneecaps.
21. Who you got coming out the north?
I actually got the Bears. I think that we see Caleb Williams, you know, do what he does in that number 1 pick, and so I got the Bears coming out. I'm with Rue as far as Jordan Love digressing, but I also think that the Lions. I think we're gonna see what's his face, the quarterback,
Jared Goff
take a step back there. I think
maybe
we're going to see him take a step back, and I think these Lions are going to digress. And so I got the Bears. I got the Bears surprising everybody, and Caleb Williams.
All right, Mike, who you got coming out the north?
I got the Packers. And then I got the Bears in second place.
Wow.
I think when you talk about an older quarterback, it really means something. Jared Goff is going to show his edge this year, and he might get benched.
What?
Wow.
That's a bold ass prediction.
Hold
I
on,
don't hate
I'm about to
it.
go
I
look
don't
at
hate
the-
it.
But I had to go look at the Lions roster because I'm trying to figure out who Jared Goff gonna get benched for.
Wow.
That's a good
Who
question.
that cat back there?
Hey, I like when Mike bring that heat like that, man. Mike say, fuck it, it ain't my show. I'm bringing the heat tonight. All right, man. This is the best division in the world to me. We got the NFC East, the beasts from the East. We got the Dallas Cowboys, them punk-ass Eagles, them trick-ass Giants, and them hoe-ass Commanders. Let's go. Will, who you got coming out the East?
You already know. We're gonna win the division.
We got
First
the Cowboys.
team to do it in over what, 20 years?
Yeah.
We're gonna break that.
Rue, who you got coming out?
It has been 20 years to the season. The last time this division had a repeat champion was back in from 01 to 04 was your Philadelphia Eagles. And as we sit here today, with all the questions that I have about the Cowboys, I got even more questions about the Eagles. Because the Eagles got a problem in the secondary, just lost the guy in their secondary. They got a problem at linebacker, don't have Hassan Reddick anymore, and they just lost their Hall of Fame center. That team's got problems too, regardless of what any Eagles fans got to say about it. And the fact is, I have the best quarterback in the division. It is what it is. Give me the Cowboys to win the NFC East.
21. Who you got coming out the East?
It's that big bright star shining like it always does, man. The Dallas Cowboys. I got the Commanders second. I got the Eagles third, and I got the Giants, as always, dead last.
I love the Commanders in second. I love that because who knows what's going to happen with Jaden Daniels. I absolutely love that.
Mike, who you got coming out the East, baby?
Give me the Dallas Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
Yes,
How
sir.
about them Cowboys? Well, look, I'm gonna make my predictions. Look, on the Sneaky G show, I slid in there in the back door about 3 weeks ago, right? It was a Commander fan on there. He was talking a lot of trash.
Why?
He said the Commanders would win the NFC East. And I said, I bet you $500 they won't. He said, bet.
Ooh.
I said, bet. He said, now this was the only stipulations that the Commanders would win. Not if the Dallas Cowboys would win or the Philly would win, but the Commanders would win the NFC East. That was our bet. 500 big ones.
He
I said,
reneged,
look,
didn't he?
No. I said,
Oh.
look, man. I said, it's
Oh,
my
they put it
20
on tape. It's on tape.
I say it's my 25th anniversary year. You paying for that anniversary trip. I sure appreciate that, player. I do. I appreciate that. So this is me. This is my prediction.
Win is the name of the game.
Check it out.
I love it.
The name of the game is win. We them Cowboys. First down, second Damn, we them Cowboys.
I absolutely love it.
Down
So that's my prediction. I got the Cowboys coming out of the East. So hey, I even actually asked my man. I said, bro, you sure you want to make this bet? Because I called him after. I was like, are you sure you want to do this? Yeah. I was like, okay, all right, bro. I even called him, bro.
You gave him a way out.
I said, man,
I gave you a chance to just call it off.
hey,
man, some people like losing money.
Hey, man, you believe in your team. That's all. I had to respect him. I said, you believe in your team. I have nothing but respect for you.
You must
But
really
I'm
be happy
500.
about that Jaden Daniels pick.
I'm
You
500.
gotta be.
I'm $500 richer. Anyway, so hey, moving right along. We give postseason awards here. I know Will and Mike didn't have time, but y'all can join in with y'all's, okay? So we're gonna go with Ruse first, okay? Ruse postseason award winners. He got MVP, he got Joe Burrow, he got Offensive Rookie of the Year, Marvin Harrison Jr. Defensive Rookie of the Year, he got Byron Murphy. Offensive Player of the Year, he got Bijan Robinson. Defensive Player of the Year, he has DeMeco Ryan. And Comeback Player of the Year, he has Anthony Richardson. Rue, you want to elaborate on your list?
No. DeMeco Ryans is my Coach of the Year.
Oh, I'm sorry, Coach of the Year. I apologize.
My Defensive Player of the Year is Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett.
That's my Defensive Player of the Year.
I missed that. I'm sorry.
So you want me to start from the top?
You go wherever you want to go.
So here's my thing. I believe in Joe Burrow. And if Dak Prescott was going to win the MVP award, he would have won it last year. Because by all arguments' sake, he should have won it last year. If we're basing it off the regular season, he had the best regular season as a quarterback last season. Now, I myself have said I thought Lamar deserved that award, and he earned that award, and he is just I believe in Lamar Jackson. I would love to have him as my quarterback. But when it comes to MVP and Joe Burrow, if Joe Burrow has the season that he should have, that we've seen him have in the past, coming back from the injury, he's going to have a 5,000-yard year, 35, 40 tubs, maybe 8, 9 interceptions. That's an MVP season, and I think he can have that season, especially with the weapons that he has around him. When it comes to Offensive Rookie of the Year, I feel like it truly is a quarterback award, and it is Caleb Williams' award to lose. Maybe Jaden Daniels, maybe, but it's going to be tough for Marvin Harrison Jr. to do it. But the fact is, I like Kyler Murray as a quarterback. I feel like Kyler Murray can be dangerous with a true weapon around him, and I believe that Marvin Harrison Jr., with his pedigree, can be a true pro in this league and take over that number one spot for them and be like a player that explodes in his first season. I believe that you could see something like that coming out of that offense and Kyler Murray. I believe that it can happen, and they have the run game to kind of support it. When it comes to Defensive Rookie of the Year, yeah, maybe call me a homer, whatever, but this is going to be the best defensive tackle coming into the league this season in Byron Murphy. Byron Murphy is an absolute stud. That dude wreaks havoc on the inside for the Tennessee Titans, and I think that he can take it over. When it comes to Offensive Player of the Year, I saw what the offensive coordinator for the Rams did for Kyren Williams last season. I feel like Bijan Robinson is head and tails above Kyren Williams in terms of an overall football player and running back. And with that guy on his staff now for the Vikings, give me Bijan Robinson all day, every day, twice on Tuesday. This dude could be the next guy who just breaks it off for like 1,300 yards on the ground and tops it off with another 500 to 700 yards through the air. He's that kind of player. And I would be absolutely ecstatic to see him pull something like that off. Coach of the Year, I got DeMeco Ryans, and it falls on his head because he got all the weapons that he needed to get around this team. He's already got a stout ass defense in the Houston Texans. And from what you're looking at on an offensive standpoint, just don't fuck it up, dude. Just figure out how to use these guys, and you can win Coach of the Year. They could easily win 14, 15 games. It's very possible for them if they do everything right. When it comes to Defensive Player of the Year, I got Myles Garrett. And the reason I have Myles Garrett is because it should have been Myles Garrett Award a few times by now. That man is an absolute monster for the Cleveland Browns. And obviously, all of this with every single player that's on my list, it's all going to come down to health. But with Myles Garrett, that dude is an absolute stud. He's a year-round guy. He can play in the cold. He can play inside, outside. It doesn't fucking matter. That dude is a guy that keeps offensive coordinators awake at night. And comeback player of the year. This one's tough because if you look back on the last like 3 comeback players of the year, they weren't even lined before the season. Last year, it was Joe Flacco. Guarantee you he wasn't lined before the season. Matter of fact, I looked it up so I can tell you he wasn't. But I've got Anthony Richardson because, again, they kind of lean quarterbacks when it comes to stuff like this. And Anthony Richardson is in a situation where I feel like he's got a good enough weapon around him in terms of Michael Pittman, who they just re-signed. I've got, Adonai Mitchell, Alec Pierce. I went through this earlier. He's got a good run game. His offensive line is very shaky, but that, again, is why he can end up using his legs and just making quick passes and ending up with, good amount of stats and becoming that guy who becomes the comeback player of the year because he's got a lot of expectations and he's at a position that people like. So I picked him. But obviously there's a lot of guys on that list, but that's what I've got right now.
All right. Well, I will go then 21. And if Will and Mike want to participate, man, y'all can. Okay. Let me go. Let me bring mine up here. This is the big fellas. I got Dak Prescott winning MVP. Rookie of the year, I got Blake Corum. Defensive rookie of the year, I got Austin Booker for the Bears. I got offensive player of the year, I got Dak Prescott. Defensive player of the year, I got TJ Watt. Comeback player of the year, I got TJ Watt. That's my list, okay? And I know everybody gonna say Chris the Cowboy Homer, Chris, man, Chris. He should have won it last year. Dak Prescott should have won MVP last year. We all know it, okay? I think Dak is gonna have another wonderful season. I think he's gonna have close to almost 5,000 CDs. Gonna catch a lot of balls. The Cowboys is always going to score. The problem is, we all know, is the postseason. Okay, so I think MVP to me is Dak's to lose. Okay, offensive player of the year, I'm a homer, Michigan, and Blake Corum, self-explanatory. I think Booker is going to just improve the Bears' defense. TJ Watt, man, he's unblockable. Period. You can't block him. You can't block him. He got hurt last year, and the Steelers defense totally changed, and that's why I got him player of the year. Coach of the year. I didn't even think about coach of the year. Who do I got? Coach of the year. We'll go D'Amico Ryans down in Houston. All right. So we'll bring up, man, 21. Let me bring you over here at 21 and pop you up. This is 21's list. 21's list. His MVP is Dak Prescott. Defensive player of the year, Micah Parsons. Rookie of the year, he got Caleb Williams. Let's see. Offensive. No, you got 2 rookie of the years. You got Caleb Williams and you got Malik Neighbors. Defensive rookie of the year, you got Brian Murphy. Comeback player of the year, you got Diggs. You want to elaborate?
So for me, Dak Prescott, I think that we don't see him get paid before the season. I think that this is gonna be his resume. He's gonna have to show out, and I think he will this year. I think this year he puts us over the hump as far as the playoff picture, and he goes out and earns his money, right? So he's gonna get that MVP. Micah, for the defensive player of the year, I think that Micah's been talking big, right? So we know what he's been saying, right? He's heard all the yapping about his podcast and everything, and not showing up. And I think he shows out. Rookie of the year, I said it earlier about the Bears winning that division. I think Caleb Williams is gonna come out here and shine, and get that Rookie of the year. Defensive, Byron Murphy. I went with Rue. Rue told me he's a Longhorn, so I'm going with Rue on that one. And, comeback player of the year. I think once we see that first interception from Diggs, we're gonna know that this man's back, right? So
I just want all of you to know, because I feel the same way about Diggs. If Diggs has an all-pro season, he could definitely win comeback player of the year. But I'm telling you right now, just go sprinkle like $10, $20 on Diggs to win that award, because it's like plus 10,000. Just go do it. just because.
We'll do it, right?
Just because. I mean,
That's
you're just gonna
exactly what it
donate. You're gonna donate some money, but it's plus 10,000. Like $20 will pay $2,000. Like, if it happens, that'd be great.
Right.
Like, it'd be great.
There it is, man. Bruce said it. I might just do it right now, right? But and
All
then
right,
as far as coach, I'm gonna go with who is it out there in Chicago? Who's
Matt
who's the-
Eberflus.
Eberflus.
So I'm gonna go with him.
All right. Mike, you ready to rock?
I'm ready, dude.
All right, Mike. Your MVP, Mike.
Anthony Richardson's quarterback for the Colts.
Wow.
All day long. He's about to feast on these boys.
Okay.
That dude could throw. That dude, it's a youth movement for Cowboys corner here.
Okay.
Defensive player of the year is Aiden Hutchinson from the Lions.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Offensive rookie of the year is Bo Nix out of Oregon. All right. He's about to
Okay.
explain that thing with
Wow.
Sean Payton.
Okay.
Defensive rookie of the year is going to be Jared Verse, the D lineman from the Rams.
Okay.
My coach of the year is Matt Eberflus, as 21 said. And then my comeback player of the year is no other than, give me number 7 trait, Vaughn Diggs.
All right. All right. Like your list. Like your list. All right. Will, would you like to participate in this, man?
I only have one nomination for Offensive Rookie of the Year,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's going to be Brian Thomas Jr., the rookie from the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jaguars, yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. I think he's in one of the best situations at the wide receiver position. It might come down to him and Marvin Harrison Jr., but I think Brian Thomas Jr. can take that just because of the amount of volume that the Jaguars produce passing through the air. So I'm looking to see if Brian Thomas can take that. So that's my nomination.
Okay. Who you think is going to win MVP of the league? Give me an offense and a defense. Give me an offense and defense MVP. Hey, in 21 after this, we're going to do our picks. Okay.
Defense, I'll go TJ Watt. I just think that he's solidified. Michael Parsons is probably a strong second, but I think TJ Watt will get it. Offensive player of the year, I think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. And I know that's kind of cliche, but that top 100, I think that got under his skin. Not being the number one guy and Tyreek Hill being the number one guy, and he just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That dude about to throw for 5,000 yards and 60 touchdowns because he's pissed off because you slighted him.
Dude, Tyreek Hill didn't even enter my mind as an MVP candidate either, and he was the number one player picked by the
his
NFL
peers.
players, by his peers. Wow.
Can you imagine winning the Super Bowl and then you go to top 100 and you don't see your name as the number one guy? But I'm not the number one guy. You gave it to a wide receiver. Okay, I'll see y'all. I'm gonna mark y'all down.
All right. Well, we know the NFL starts Thursday, okay? And we got a game Thursday, and then we got a game Friday, and then we got a game Sunday. We got a game Monday.
Don't skip over Saturday.
So we got a game.
Did he boot him?
I didn't boot his ass.
He threw him back in the studio.
Hey man, he always jumping the gun. I thought Mikey was bad at jumping the gun. Dude, we talking about the NFL, bro. Can we talk about the NFL? Can we talk about that? Hold on, I didn't mean
Game of the week is on Saturday.
All right,
Saturday
man.
is the biggest game of the week, baby.
We're talking about the NFL. All right, man. Thursday night, we got the Baltimore Ravens at the Kansas City Chiefs. Will, who you got in this game?
I gotta go Chiefs, man. This is the beginning of the end for the NFL for pissing Patrick Mahomes off. And what better way to put up a dominant performance against one of the best defenses in a rematch of the AFC Championship game? Yeah, it's Mahomes.
All right. Mike, who you got in this game?
Give me Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore on the road, huh? Yeah, the Kansas City lost their last home.
Super Bowl hangover. Third time's a charm, Patty Mahomes.
All right, 21. Who you got? Baltimore and Kansas City.
I got Kansas City. Kansas City at home. I think they do it.
All right. Rue, who you got? Baltimore, Kansas City.
Give me the Ravens, baby.
Give you the Ravens. I got that other Dallas team. Give me the Chiefs. All right. On Friday, the shit Bay Packers and the shitty ass Eagles. Will, who you got?
I'm going with the Packers, man. I'm hoping that they make my wish come true and give Eagles that first L of the season.
All right, Mike, who you got?
It's the Packers.
21. Who you picking? Green Bay, the Eagles.
Shit, man. I got Green Bay. Fuck the Eagles.
20. Rue, who you got?
You're gonna get a little fool's gold in week 1, and Jordan Love comes away with the victory. Give me the fucking Packers.
I got the pack too. All right. Opening up on Sunday, man. We got those Pittsburgh Steelers versus the ATL, them Dirty Birds. Will, who you got?
I got the Falcons. I think they steal that one.
Mike, who you got?
Same team, the Falcons.
21, who you got?
I am taking ATL Hope.
Rue, who you got?
As long as Russell Wilson is the quarterback for the Steelers, give me the Falcons.
I'll take the Steelers. All right. Arizona Cardinals versus those Buffalo Billies. Will, who you got?
I'm gonna go Arizona. Arizona.
Okay. Mike, who you got?
I got Arizona.
All right. Rue, who you got?
I really didn't expect that because I also have Arizona. If I got to go to Buffalo, I'd rather go in September than November, baby.
Okay.
Give me Arizona.
21, who you got?
Oh, man. I'm going to go Arizona. I think Kyler Murray shows out with his new weapon out there, Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm going Arizona.
Man, give me the Bills at home. Tennessee Titans versus those Chicago Bear Cubs. Will, who you got?
Chicago.
All right. Mike, who you got?
Hey, he has to get coach of the year. He has to win week 1. I got the Chicago Bears.
Rue, who you got?
God bless. I got the Bears. Go Bears.
21, who you got?
I got the Bears. You know, Caleb Williams is going to win Rookie of the Year.
Well, let's sweep it. I got the Bears too. Those New England Patriots and those Cincinnati Bengals. Will, Bengals. Mike, who you got?
Give me Cincy.
Rue, who you got?
Burr.
21, who you got?
Joe Burr.
It's another sweep, man. Give me those Bengals. All right. A good South matchup. Houston Texan and the Indianapolis Colts. Will, who you got?
Houston, man. They taking that one.
All right. Mike, who you got?
I got the Colts.
Rue, who you got?
God, this is a pick 'em. Give me the Texans, bro.
All right. 21, who you got?
I'm taking the Texans, unfortunately.
Give me them Colts at home. All right. The Jags versus those Miami Dolphins, the Battle of Florida, man. Will, who you got? This is going to be a good game. I think this is a good game.
I want to say the Jags, but I think Miami comes out and they just fire off on all cylinders, man. Miami.
Mike, who you got?
Miami 28-3.
Okay. Rue, who you got?
Only thing that sucks for Miami is Jacksonville's already going to be used to that heat in Florida with that other sideline burning down on them during that game. Give me Miami Dolphins at home.
21, who you got?
I got Miami on this one.
I got Miami also. The Prairie Kittens versus those Saints. Will, who you got?
He said
The Prairie Kittens.
The Prairie
New Orleans, man. Give me the Saints. Give me who that?
Who that? All right, Mike, who you got?
Give me the Cardinals.
No,
No,
this is Carolina.
He said the
I mean, give me the Carolina.
Carolina. All right. Rue, who you got?
Who they going to be going? Who that? Because it's the Carolina Panthers.
All right. 21. Who you got?
I'm rolling with the Panthers.
I'm going with who that? The White Queens and the Little Giants. Will, who you got?
This is the one game Minnesota gets to get before they go through the gauntlet over their next 4 games. They're taking the Giants, and everybody gonna be hype about Minnesota. Watch.
Mike, who you got?
Minnesota.
Rue, who you got?
Sam Darnold sneaks one out, Minnesota.
21, who you got?
I got the Vikings.
I'll take them White Queens too.
The White Queens.
The hated Las Vegas Raiders versus those Los Angeles Chargers. Will, who you got?
Give me the Chargers. I am not a believer of Gardner Minshew.
All right. Mike, who you got?
Chargers.
Rue, who you got?
Harbaugh opening day. Welcome back. Give me the Chargers.
21, who you got?
I got the Chargers.
I will go hell to the victors valiant. Hell, let's go Chargers. All right. We got live here in Denver, Colorado. No, they in Seattle. We got those the Broncos and the Seahawks. Will, who you got?
Give me the 12th man.
Oh, A&M playing? Okay.
Seahawks.
That's great.
Mike, who you got?
Give me Bo Nix and the Broncos.
All right, Rue, who you got?
I got the Broncos.
21, who you have?
I got Seattle and Geno Smith.
I got the Hawks too. All right, and the last game, man, that we gonna. Did I get the Jets game? I did not get the Jets game. The Jets and who playing Monday?
We got 3 more games. We still got the
It's Kansas City. Or not Kansas City.
No.
San Francisco.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I forgot.
San
Hold
Francisco.
on a second. My bad.
Jets
I
Niners.
didn't know. We got Washington versus Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Let me see.
Washington.
Okay.
Welcome to the show, Jaden Daniels. Give me Washington.
I'll take Washington.
All right. And I'm gonna take Tampa Bay.
There it
I'm
is.
gonna take Tampa Bay.
Baker.
All right, and let's see. We got the Los Angeles Rams and the Detroit Lions. Will, who you got?
Give me the Rams. Homecoming party
Mike.
for Matthew
Give
Stafford.
me the Rams.
You give your Rams? Okay. Rue.
God, you know, it's so funny. I didn't even put that together till just now. It like kicked in for me just now. Yeah, give me the Rams. Shit, give me the Rams. Holy hell.
All right. 21. Who you got?
You know what? I'm like Rue. I didn't put it together till just now, but I saw a tweet earlier about Matthew Stafford's wife watching it from home, and I was wondering why they had said that. And I get it. She's gonna watch it from home, but she's gonna watch the Rams win.
All right. I'm gonna take the Lions in this one. The Jets and hold on. We just did that.
That's in San Francisco.
Jets in San Francisco. I'm sorry. I typed in the wrong thing. It's the Jets in San Francisco, not Detroit. Jets in San Fran. Oh, excuse me. Damn, that's some good beer. Will, who you got?
Jets for the upset.
Wow.
If they're not already favored, I don't know. I didn't look.
They're definitely.
But I'm going Jets.
Okay. Mike.
Jets by 6.
Woo!
Rue. Jets in San Fran.
Did not expect that, but yeah, I got the Jets sneaking one out.
21.
Jets. Jets.
I got San Fran winning that shit. And Sunday at 3:25 Central Time in Cleveland, Ohio. It's your Dallas Cowboys versus those hated Cleveland Browns. Will, I need the score and the winner.
Dallas Cowboys 28-17.
Cowboys 28-17. Mike, who you got?
Cowboys 21-20.
21-20. All right. Rue, who do you got?
Cowboys 27-17.
27-17. Mr. Ivan Sosa, who you
So,
got?
guys,
Hey, what's up?
I
man?
got Cowboys by 20 points.
Cowboys
What's
by
28-14.
28-14. All right. 21. What is your score and who's going to win the game on Sunday?
America's team, baby. 27-10.
27-10. All right.
That's a reach, Drew. That's a reach.
all
That's
right.
a reach.
Now-
Mondo,
now-
that's a reach.
Now, you know, Ivan, we do one at a time, okay? All right. So this is what I got, man. Cowboys 35. Cleveland 34.
Wow, really?
Yes.
So we
I
both
got
got 1 point spread.
I think
That
it's going to take a minute for our defense to get going. I'm just fearful of the Cleveland Browns running game. So that's just me. Okay.
You
My
worried
opinion.
about Jerome Ford?
Hey man, the last time we played Cleveland, they ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and ran and I think they still
and then
running.
ran some more.
Ran.
All right, that's fair.
I think they still running. So you know, that's just my opinion. I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I know everybody was talking about a little cohesiveness with the offense, try to get them rolling, and I think they'll come out and put some points on the board. And I think Mari Cooper may have a big game because you know he's still emotional. So you know he may have a big game. So like I said, we always do our final thoughts to end the show. We gonna leave Rue for last because I know what his thoughts are, and we're just gonna let him go. Will Ivan, we still ain't. We going one at a time.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
Will's turn. All right, Will, give me your final thoughts, baby.
I'm looking forward to this season. I really feel like there's an opportunity for the Cowboys to, per usual, knock off these misnomers. Oh, they can't get it done in the playoffs. I think I'll go out on a limb and say I think they can. We just got to get through the regular season first. You get through the regular season, then you worry about the playoffs, and then you can make your predictions and all of that stuff. Because then you see where everybody's placed at, who you face, whether it's the wild card round or you get the first round bye. Don't jump the gun. Get through the regular season first, because if you don't get through the regular season, you can't worry about the playoffs because you're not in it. That's it.
All right. Oh, we'll go here. Mike, baby, you got any final thoughts, man?
Yeah, the reason why I had a low scoring game is, CeeDee Lamb didn't have a training camp he didn't have an off season in training camp or nothing like that. Brandon Cooks coming off an injury, that the offense is really over the years has shown a slow start. That's why we're 3-5, in week one when we play against, outside of the Giants, right? So I feel like this running game has to play big against these Browns. I mean, they just have to. And, we might get some holding. We got some young bucks on that O-line. There might be some holding calls from this undisciplined Mike Carthy. And that's just what it is. We just got to put ourselves in good position and not put ourselves behind the ball like we did a lot in this preseason. Hopefully they clean that up and get ready for these Browns and go in there and do good. But you got to get that running game started to get the feet underneath Cooks and Lamb.
All right. Give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. I was doing something. Let me hit pause. Okay. We'll go. Rue, man, give me your final. No, you are the last. I'm sorry. You were last. I'm sorry. Ivan, you got any final thoughts for us,
We
baby?
have to stop the run. That's it. If we stop the run, we win the game.
We'll win the game. All right.
And the play action también.
Okay. All right. Let's go. 21. Any final thoughts, baby?
It's week one.
21.
Football is back. The Dallas Cowboys football is back. I'm excited. It's another get back to stressing right on Sundays, but I'm excited. This is a big test for our Cowboys. I think this is going to say a lot, of our team. If we go out and get this big W, especially against a good defense, right? So I'm excited for that, and I'm with Corner on this. I think we got to get that run game going, and we're gonna need it big in Cleveland. So, hope to see this run game.
All right. Come on, Rue. Come on here. Let me hear this bullshit. Come on, let's go.
I keep it light. Either way, no. But in all seriousness, obviously, I've been waiting for this matchup against the Browns for feels like forever now, and I'm just glad that it's finally here because ultimately, like I said, I've been saying for weeks, I've got a lot of questions, and a lot of them should be answered watching this game and seeing how this offense produces, seeing how this interior D-line and linebacking core produces. And, it's a good test to start the season with. It's a real good way to kind of keep you on your toes and kind of punch you in the mouth because this team will come to play. And the dog pound is not a joke. As sorry sack as that franchise has been, their fans show up, especially at the beginning of the year. And, they love hating on them damn Cowboys. So there's going to be plenty of us there. But ultimately that game for what it is, I might have got a little excited with my prediction. If I'm truly being honest with myself, I'm probably thinking it's a one score, like touchdown kind of game, maybe a field goal game. But I do feel like we have the tools to come out on top. Everybody just kind of has to produce. But the fact of the matter is I couldn't be more excited for Saturday because the fact is I get to meet up with the big fella in Michigan. I get to go see a true blue blood in Ann Arbor, step foot in that stadium, hear that song, hear that chant, even though I'm not going to hear it a whole lot because they won't be scoring a whole lot. But I just love, I love college football. College football is my first true love. And at the end of the day, I get to experience that with a true blue-blooded fan and the big fella going to Michigan. We're going to be talking shit, and it's going to be a great fucking time. And at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, yeah, we play on Sunday, but, bro, Saturday is going to be so fucking awesome. I can't goddamn wait, dude.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on, that was nice.
Hey,
that was nice.
Yeah, whatever, man. It is what it is. So, all I got to say is this.
Oh, you gonna pull up the song.
Under the direction of
Hold on. This just in. Hold on a second. John, is that legit or are you fucking with me on this show? John Center, I need to know, is that legit or not? I need to know. Woo! All right, and now you're in trouble because now I got company coming too. Now you're in trouble. This is bullshit. I got controls too, damn it.
To the victor's valiant hail, to the conquering hill, hail,
Stupid.
hail, to the victor's valiant
right,
hail,
damn
to the conquering heroes, hail, Michigan, the champions of the West. Go Blue! Shit. Anyway, I'm glad y'all enjoyed the show.
Hopefully that wasn't copyright.
Hopefully
That wasn't copyright.
I hope I get banned for it. So, we're gonna have some fun this weekend. I'm glad y'all joined the show. Those were my final thoughts. Hey man, we're gonna have a blast, man, in Ann Arbor, man. If y'all get there, man, y'all see me and Rue, come holler at us. We're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a blast. Thanks, Will, once again for joining the show. Cowboy,
thanks for having me, man.
As always, man. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for sharing the link.
21. I wish you could go with us. But hey, man, shout out to Mikey. Mikey was under the weather today. I don't know if y'all gonna do a I don't know if we're gonna do a pregame show. I doubt it because I will be traveling. Rue will be traveling back, trying to get in front of the TV before the Cowboys kick. So we appreciate everybody for joining us, man. It was a fun show, man. I really enjoyed it tonight. And hey, Cowboys, let's get that damn victory, okay?
Sir.
As we always say, man, shit, Dallas Cowboys for life.
Puro pinches
I'll
Cowboys.
see y'all next time. Peace.
Yeah, let me give a big shout out to Sports St. Louis Joe in the building. Always WWE Ivan Sosa in the building.
You see him? You see him?
The loyalist. You got Cowboy Beat in the building.
The great Cowboy Beat.
Yeah, what's up, Sulema? Big shout out, man. Big shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all joining. We only growing, guys. We only growing. It's gonna get bigger. Excited.
Hey, did you see he got retro fit right in the introduction?
I did it.
Hey, man. Hey,
all these videos, dancing.
Hold on, Clem. Sometimes I screw up, Clem. You know, hey, man.
Players fuck up.
Hey, yeah, players fuck up. Yeah. This first day of pads. Say, man, you know, we all played, man. It's just something about that first day. Ain't nothing like it. It is nothing like it, man. Because now to me,
tomorrow tells the truth. Today was the fact, but tomorrow tells the truth.
I'll tell you about I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm sick of this shit, man. You know, I know we all co-hosts, but you know, I like to have a little quick monologue before we get into a subject. You know, your ass always got to, spraying shit and eating wings and
motherfucker sprint.
Calm down.
I haven't sprinted in 5 years.
Calm down, Mikey. Calm down, Mikey.
What you sprinting right now?
Yeah, we got a long show. We can go as long as you want to, man. So 21, what you got for Brock today, man?
Pleasure to meet you, Brock. I appreciate the love on TikTok, man. Shout out to Brock, man. Welcome to the show. So hey, I got the hard hitting questions, so I got the controversial.
Yeah. You to come out with that Whataburger in and out one, right?
We kind of collide, but big fella, I gotta hit him with Walter Cronkite stuff here.
Okay.
Drake or Kendrick?
See, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have never really grew up liking Kendrick like that, right? I've always been a big Drake fan, so I'm gonna say Drake, but not like us. Like I was telling Terrence the other day, because Terrence is a huge Kendrick fan. I was like, not like us has me feel like a certain way, because I'm like sitting there like vibing in that song, but it's like this is Drake, and I'm a Drake fan over Kendrick any day. So that's not the only Kendrick song I like. Yeah.
And remember, like, subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to like. If you love us, tell your friends about us. Like.